It's the 40th annual Thomas A. Simone Awards from Park Hill High School in Kansas City, Missouri, exclusively on KSHB 41. Here's your host, Dave Stewart.
Great to be back where this whole thing began with Jeff Kelso. We're thrilled to have the McCarthy Auto Group as our presenting sponsor again for this ceremony. We're grateful for all they do. Here's Chief Marketing Officer Carl Kramer from McCarthy Auto Group. Please give him a nice hand.
Thank you, Dave. Great to be here today. McCarthy Auto Group is celebrating our second year as being the presenting sponsor. McCarthy Auto Group values what we do in the community. We do it through four main pillars: the American Cancer Society, the Boys and Girls Clubs, college scholarships, and of course, high school football. The one thing that we added whenever I created the partnership with the Simone family is a college scholarship for a representative this year playing high school football. So earlier this spring, as we awarded 77 individual college scholarships as part of our support, one of those was at Sumner Academy. So we got to interrupt biology class at Sumner Academy and awarded Ricky Brown a $5,000 college scholarship. Ricky couldn't be here today because he's got a final over at Baker University. Let's give Ricky a round of applause and say congratulations. Just like the Simone family, we understand supporting youth is core and is an opportunity that we all have, and then we should all take the opportunity. When we look at the opportunity, we want to say thank you again to the Simone family for creating this opportunity that we have to give back through this application, through this opportunity to support youth. But really, a thank you for 40 years to the Simone family for sustaining the platform this is. And there's a platform all across the KC Metro on the Kansas and Missouri side to celebrate these student athletes and all they are on the field and off. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl. In 1983, this award was born in tragedy, yet became an annual celebration inspiring greatness. This morning, we remember a life that ended before high school at age 12. His message remains timeless. This is the story of Tommy Simone. Please check one of the monitors on the wall.
You know, Tommy and I got to be friends early on through baseball, football, basketball, playing all the sports together. And he was one of those guys that at a very early age, you could tell, as I look back now, had a real positive influence on me.
He was my big brother. We did everything together.
He was that guy that you could lean on as a teammate, made you feel good about yourself, lifted people up.
He was a loving, caring young man.
He was big for his age, and he wouldn't let the fellow classmates, pick on kids that were not as fortunate or not as popular.
He was kind of wise beyond his years, I would have to say.
All of us probably later on, as we became more athletic and got older and started learning leadership qualities. It's kind of funny, you look back and Tommy had those at 10 and 11 years old. And so he was a really special guy, somebody that I miss a lot.
That day, was the day that changed my life.
Anthony Simone was writing some checks when his son told him he was going next door to the drugstore for some bubble gum. But the pharmacy was closed, so Tommy had to cross the street to a grocery store.
I heard a screech and glass breakage, and just sounded like an accident. And I jumped straight up and ran outside, and I saw him laying up the street.
You know, just driving down there, we were thinking, oh, he has a broken leg, something to that extent. That's kind of what our conversation was, driving down to the hospital. And it was the moment that we walked in. My mom saw my dad's face, and she just fell to the floor.
This is your first game, son. I hope you win. I hope you win for your sake, not mine. Because winning is nice. It's a good feeling. Like the whole world, it's yours. but it passes this feeling. And what lasts is what you've learned. And what you learn about is life. That's what sports is all about, life.
I just think it was his spirit, and I can't say at the time I thought that it was important other than to keep his name alive, his spirit alive.
You know, I still get emotional when I think about it. I look back and I remember looking at my father, you know, when I was standing up there getting my award and thinking, wow, you know, I mean, he was so proud. And then I remember looking at Anthony and Edie and you know, there were tears in their eyes for different reasons, you know. I mean, there was joy and there was sadness, you know, because, you know, I was representing, you know, I was representing their family, I was representing their son.
It's beyond any dream that I could ever have about where it has grown to, and it's all because of Tommy's spirit again, and our friends and people that see what the award is about and take it to heart.
I get the chills right now just thinking about it. Knowing Anthony and Edie and knowing Tommy, I'm not surprised that his memory has developed this into this. I'm not surprised that the type of person he was could have led to something like this. To see these great athletes and how, you know, this is what they strive for. This is what, you know, at the beginning of the year that, you know, they want to win the Simone. I mean, it's like the Heisman Trophy for college players. I mean, they want to win this award. And I don't think until they win it and they get to the ceremony, they realize the importance of what it really, really is. If one, if five, if 50 of them listen to this and understand the mantra of the love, courage, friendship champions, then I think that's fantastic, and I think he has a positive impact on a lot of young people even today.
As I sit back now and just see what it's become, it is such an honor that people hold that in the high regard, because to us, we look at it as this is the way we can carry on my brother's name.
We were here 5 years ago giving the Simone Award to an athlete who was headed off to play basketball at Missouri State. He could end up playing for National Football Championship at Michigan, where he's a star wide receiver. I watched the Big Ten game the other night just because of him. 5 catches and a touchdown in a big win. We've never had the siblings winning the Simone Award until now. Never had brother win it until Park Hill. From Ronnie to Kendrick, the 20. Who's going to be recognized today. Voted the most outstanding player in the metro area by coaches and select media. Please welcome into the gym the 40th Simone winner, your quarterback, Kendrick Bell. You know, we thought it'd be cool to have the big brother, Ronnie, send us some kind of a video of congratulations. Hey, man, I'm so proud of you, but it really wouldn't be able to capture the emotion between brothers and the whole sibling thing. It just kind of makes our head spin after 40 years. Getting him here today was going to be impossible. They've got a national semifinal game coming up on New Year's Eve. But we all believe in miracles, right? We buy Powerball tickets when it's $2 billion. We bought that whole Santa down the chimney thing. Ronnie Bell is here for his brother. Please welcome home the 2017 Simone Award winner, Ronnie Bell is in the house. Come on in. You know what this is all about. Sit down so you brothers can be there together. Didn't see that coming, did you? Thank you for getting back here. Awesome. All right. Our first order of business is the Otis Taylor Award, presented by Stuart Halling. Curtis, thank you for this. Otis is known for the classic Super Bowl. High stepping it down the sidelines, getting a touchdown against Minnesota. 1970, January of that year, in a lopsided win against Minnesota. The Chiefs had no chance to win that game, but of course did. When Otis retired, he held Chiefs records for receiving yards, touchdowns, and receiving games. Since 2007, the Otis Taylor Awards gone to the Metro's best wide receiver or tight end. We're going to bring up a special guest to help with this year's presentation. Ronnie, if you would stand up there. His senior year, he won the Taylor and the Simone, so if you can be in front, that would be outstanding. Okay, I'm also going to bring up Chloe Woods, who's a senior cheerleader, okay? Because we're going to introduce a lot of people today, and we're always worried about, how do you clap between everyone and, make it sound awkward for 7 seconds. Chloe's going to show us how we do it. If I say, like, a name, Andy Sims, she's going to go stomp, stomp, clap, okay? That's how we're going to do this today, all right? So you sophomores pay attention, all right? Heard about the sophomore group. Chloe, show them how. And here today for a special award is Andy Sims. All right, try it again. Do it with Chloe. 1, 2, 3. Stomp, stomp, clap. There you go. Because we want all these guys here to feel very special. Okay. Wasn't that hard. This year's finalists for the Otis Taylor Award. They were recognized on Channel 41 last week like the other award winners, except the Simone. That was a secret until today. Guys, please stand up when I call your game and remain standing. From Fort Osage, senior wide receiver Lorenzo Finner. Did you tie that tie by yourself? Did you do that tie by yourself? Looks good. Okay. Jaden Riddell, junior wide receiver Ray Peck. And Josh Manning, senior wide receiver from Lee Summit High School. Ronnie is up here with our presentation. The winner of the 2022 Otis Taylor Award, presented by Stuart Halling, senior wide receiver from Bishop Miege, the 4A state champs in Kansas, Isaiah Coppage. You can give him a big hand. It's going to take him a minute.
Isaiah Coppage, wide receiver, Bishop Miege. The senior wideout for the Stags led the high-powered offense with over 1,300 receiving yards, 17 touchdowns on more than 80 receptions. Voted Eastern Kansas League first team and helped lead Miege to their 7th state championship.
Come on over here, Isaiah. You weren't stomping, but you have a good excuse for there. Take your time. Love the outfit. What happened to the leg?
Gotten into a collision during the state championship game, but, it'll be okay.
You won it. Was it worth it?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns this year. What were your goals this year, and did you just surpass them with those numbers?
Yeah, the goals for this year was just to get a state championship. The motto for the year was one team, one mission, and we stuck to that all year, and all the side quests just came along with it, so I'm grateful.
All right, what's your favorite play? What's your favorite route to run?
I'll probably say the go route because it's just win, And my favorite play was my touchdown that I got on a go route in the state championship game that put us on the board first.
Yeah, nobody's saying the hitch route is their favorite route. Anybody you'd like to thank today?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank my parents, and I'd like to thank all the coaches along the way that helped me get to where I'm at now.
Isaiah Coppage, 2022 Taylor Award winner, 100 yards receiving per game, guys.
Often considered the best outside linebacker ever to play in the NFL. Bobby was the first Chiefs player inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This award goes to the best lineman linebacker in the small school classes 1 through 4. At this time, we would like Bobby Bell to come up and help with our presentation. Please give him a nice hand. 2 other former winners we're going to bring up. Anthony Bear Simone, 2001 Bell winner, now the head coach at St. Pius, and Charlie Simone, Bell winner, 2002. Fellas, come on up and join us. Tommy Simone's 2 brothers. Okay, stomp, stomp, clap. We're going to try that again. A finalist for the 2nd straight year. Camden Beebe, lineman from Piper High School. Dawson Strickland, senior defensive lineman from Smithville. And a junior linebacker from Pleasant Hill, Braden Bush. The Bobby Bell winner is a senior linebacker from Center High School. Please welcome Duroc Tafak, our Bell winner for 2022.
D-Rock Tapek, linebacker, Center High School, 118 tackles, including 24 for loss for this senior linebacker. As the anchor of the Yellow Jackets defense, he forced a trio of fumbles, collecting one as Center advanced to the Class 4 quarterfinals in Missouri.
You're a linebacker? Are you sure you're not like a defensive lineman or offensive lineman? You're thick.
Nah, I'm a linebacker, sir. Yeah.
Very nice. What'd you like best about playing that position?
Just coming downhill, being strong, being physical with the lineman. Yeah, just hitting contact every play. Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. Born in Cameroon, when was the first time you really took up football?
I started football when I was in 7th grade. I used to be a soccer player back in elementary and everything. I started in 7th grade was my first year playing football.
Now, he's a 4.3 GPA student here. You speak how many languages?
4. I speak French and 2 other foreign languages from my homeland, yeah.
How do you say football in some of the other languages?
Well, it's still football, yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Are you aware of Malik Collins, the guy who won almost 10 years ago?
Yeah, I am. He came to our school in the summer for weights. Yeah, I had a front time with him, lifting weights with him. He was a very good experience with us.
Nice. What does this award mean to you? Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I just thank God, first of all. You know, I've been blessed my whole life. You know, it's a very huge blessing right now. And my family and my coaches and my team for letting this happen to me. It's very blessed.
Duroc, congratulations. 2022 Bell Award winner right here.
We'll be back with more from the 40th Annual Thomas A. Simone Awards, exclusively on KSHB 41. It's the 40th Annual Thomas A. Simone Awards from Park Hill High School, exclusively on KSHB 41.
We are proud to recognize greatness out of the Interscholastic League and KCK, plus other top independent schools in some of the smaller classes, areas in the metro with distinguished athletic history. The top offensive player was a running back at Sumner Academy, and the top defensive player was a lineman from Hogan Prep. Our top offensive player, Antonio Harrison, running back, Sumner Academy, and on defense, it's senior Reggie Mitchum, a Bobby Bell finalist. You can give them real applause as they make their way over to talk with Mick.
Antonio, what was this year like for you? I mean, it seemed like every Saturday morning I got up and saw like you're rushing for 200 yards in a game or something like that. What was this senior season like for you?
Yeah, it was definitely a fun season. I'm really proud of the way the season turned out. Going into the season, our goal was to win a playoff game, and we got that done. So I think the season was a success, you know.
Yeah, 7-3. What'd that mean for Sumner, and maybe a step forward here?
Well, it was our first winning season in a really long time, and our first playoff win in a really long time, too. And our coach is just really proud of us and everything. And it felt great, you know, winning that one playoff game that we had against Topeka West.
Awesome. Anybody you'd like to thank out there?
I'd like to thank my mom, Jennifer, my dad, Barry, and all my old linemen and everything that helped me, all the people that helped me, you know, run for all the yards and all the touchdowns that I did.
Awesome. Antonio, thanks very much. Congratulations. ILKCK Offensive Award winner. Reggie, come up here. Are you sure you weren't like offsides every play? You had like 25 tackles for loss, man.
Nah, I was ready.
You're just ready each time. What's the key to defense for you? Why were you able to be so successful?
Just know what you're doing. Just be good at what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a film study, knowing the other side of the ball and everything. What are the plans for you moving forward?
I'm looking for going to college and just ready for the next step.
Yeah, you got the credentials and everything. Who would you like to thank out there?
I like to thank my mama. That's first, and then I like to thank my coaches that helped me.
Terrific. Reggie Mitchum, thanks very much. Congratulations. The Defensive KCK IL Award winner this year, Dave.
We added the Gordon Docking Award in 2005 to honor a man who really supported the concept of the Simone Awards from the jump. Gordon worked at Channel 4 for years. This year's recipient is the voice and face of high school sports on cable TV. You see him do the game of the week. Not only does he know if the star running back had eggs for breakfast on game day, but if they were scrambled or over easy. Kevin Wyke works for UPS. It'd be like asking Santa Claus to take a day off now, so he's unable to be here, but he wanted to pass along his gratitude to the committee for being recognized here today. Had he been here, Kevin was going to read off the All-Simone team. All of the semifinalists for the 5 awards today will be recognized, in addition to the fellas that were just up here. All right, when you hear your name, please stand up and stay standing up. Isaiah, if that's tough for you, up to you. If you want to stay up the whole time. Harold Tafak, senior linebacker, Center High School. Camden Beebe, we're going to wait. We'll clap at the end because there's 48 of them. Camden Beebe, lineman from Piper. Dawson Strickland, senior defensive lineman, Smithville. Braden Bush, junior linebacker, Pleasant Hill. Wade Spencer, senior defensive lineman, St. James Academy. Jeremy Schleicher, junior offensive lineman, Bishop Miege. Hunter McCoy, senior center defensive end, Lafayette County. Carter Schmidt, senior offensive line, Kearney. Levi Cooley, senior offensive line, Baser Linwood. And Ashton Moore, sophomore linebacker, Lewisburg. In our next group, Melvin Lasser, junior linebacker, Liberty North. Caden Green, senior offensive lineman, Lee Summit North. PJ Adebawe, senior defensive lineman, North Kansas City. And his teammate, Edric Hill, senior lineman from NKC. Aiden Beheimer, offensive defensive lineman, Blue Valley Northwest. Zach Darsh, senior linebacker, Blue Valley West. Jaden Woods, sophomore defensive end, Mill Valley. Logan Reichert, senior offensive line, Raytown. And Dylan Burge, senior offensive lineman, Olathe West. On to the Simone group, the Fontana group. Mac Armstrong, senior quarterback, Bishop Miege. Joseph Vick, senior quarterback, Center High School. Sean Carroll, senior running back, St. Thomas Aquinas. Andrew Hedgecorth, senior quarterback, Smithville. Zane Palmer, senior running back, Odessa. Octavius Lyle, senior running back, Eudora. Trevor Klein, junior running back, East Buchanan. Zach Grace, senior tight end, running back, quarterback, Kearney. Jesse Greenlee, senior running back, Atchison. Bridge Bartosh, senior quarterback and running back, Park Hill South. Jordan Allen, senior tight end, defensive end, Olathe South. Grant Stubblefield, senior running back, Blue Valley Northwest. Dawson Kindler, junior running back, Gardner Edgerton. Aunt Nancy, the nurse, is here, skipping school. Kendrick Bell, senior quarterback, Park Hill. Oh, boy. Sam Van Dyne, senior quarterback, Liberty North. Malik Oatis, senior running back, Shawnee Mission Northwest. Isaiah Coppage, senior wide receiver, Bishop Miege. Josh Manning, senior wide receiver, Lee Summit. Jaden Riddell, junior wide receiver, Ray Peck. And Lorenzo Finner, senior wide receiver, Fort Osage. Armand Russell, senior wide receiver from Center. Isaiah Mosey, sophomore wide receiver from Lee Summit North. Lexton Graftkey, junior wide receiver, Lansing. John Neeson, senior wide receiver, St. James Academy. Aquan Dunbar, senior wide receiver, Shawnee Mission South. Tommy Lepore, a senior tight end from Blue Springs South. Antonio Harris, running back, Sumner Academy. And Reggie Mitchum, defensive line, Hogan Prep. Now you can clap for all these guys, part of our All-Simone team in 2022. Over the past 40 years, we've had meaningful layers to these awards. One of them is the Nathan Stiles Inspiration Award. We honor a young man who died after collapsing during a Spring Hill game back in 2010. The Nathan Project has given out Bibles since then because his values were so meaningful. The message has always been the same: take the Bible home, read it, wear it out. Nathan's family is here. Ron and Connie, if you would please come forward to be recognized and be up front for our presentation. Please welcome the Stiles family. The 2014 Stiles Inspiration Award winner is also here. He needed emergency brain surgery after collapsing during an Olathe East game. His recovery has been built on faith, hard work, and love, and chin-ups. Every time the Chiefs score, ladies, he is ripped. You'd be able to tell that if he didn't have a blinding blazer on, but we're used to that. Please welcome James McGinnis plus his father, Patrick, who are here to introduce this year's Stiles Award winner.
It is my honor to present the 2022 Nathan Stiles Inspiration Award on behalf of the Stiles family. At age 4, he was thrown from the back of a pickup truck, suffering a head injury and lost permanent use of his right arm. The strongest people you will ever meet do not look at their setback as a reason they cannot do things. Instead, they look at it as an opportunity to adapt and do things no one else can do. He learned to play baseball and basketball with one arm. At age 16, he broke his right arm playing basketball, and on the way to the hospital, he told his mom to have the doctors cut it off. He realized that his right arm was holding him back. He went on to achieve all-state status in 2 sports in high school. In 2017, Andy Reid contacted him because he saw a man with no weaknesses. He joined the team as an assistant coach to Andy and helped the Chiefs reach their first Super Bowl under Andy Reid. Following this game, he was promoted to offensive quality control coach. While he has achieved a lot, he realizes this journey that requires constant drive for improvement. You see, in a world that wants to place limits on you, be limitless. I first noticed him during the warm-ups at the Chiefs games, throwing and catching a football with just his left arm. Whew! Very impressive. It's my honor to introduce the one in a billion and Andy's left-hand man, Coach Porter Ellett. Coach Porter cannot be here in person because he is focused on winning another Super Bowl. Woo-woo! But he did send a video acceptance speech. Take a listen, y'all.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to kind of accept this award, even though I can't be there in person. We're a little bit busy at the moment, trying to win a few more games and hopefully bring another Super Bowl to Kansas City. I'm honored to be considered for this award and to carry on a memory of someone who lived a life that I think all of us could do good to emulate. And I know that I have been looked at as someone that could inspire with this award, and I think that that's pretty flattering. But at the end of the day, I think we should think back on who the award is in remembrance of. I think Nathan Stiles was raised correctly by good parents, Ron and Connie. I think you guys did a great job with him in his short life, and I know that he passed away doing something that he loved. But the life that he lived is a good example for us and one that we can look to for inspiration as well. And I think that Nathan had it right when he received inspiration from God and living a godly life. So I think that if we can follow that example and live godly lives and learn from that goodness, we can be inspired as well. So I'm grateful for this award, and I understand what it means, and I know that I've lived a life that maybe some people look to for inspiration, but at the end of the day, if we follow the example of Nathan and just kind of live our life in a way that brings goodness and light to the world, that we can all inspire each other and make the world a better place. So I'm grateful for this award. Sorry again that I can't be there to spend time with you good people. But I think that the message that Nathan lived each day, the message that he shared through the way that he lived his life is important. And I'm grateful that you guys have considered me for this. And I hope that I can continue to live up to what the award stands for and represents. So thanks again, and go Chiefs.
We'll be back with more from the 40th Annual Thomas A. Simone Awards, exclusively on KSHB 41. It's the 40th Annual Thomas A. Simone Awards from Park Hill High School, exclusively on KSHB 41.
Okay, my third mistake of the day has been revealed. Alex Gunderson, linebacker from Olathe North, part of the All-Simone team. I don't know how I missed it, but look at that fine young man. Was one of our great linebackers for the area, coached by Chris McCartney. Our Coach of the Year is named after Eric Driscoll, the late coach of Blue Valley, who had such pride in his job, way beyond winning football games, the impact that he had inside the walls of that high school. He loved those kids and made Tiger football a family. We always have Gary Spaney here to recognize and present our Coach of the Year honor. We're going to bring Gary forward. He's a Chiefs Hall of Famer and a former All-American, always an All-American at Kansas State as a linebacker. Gary, thank you for being here and being part of our high school community every year. Our finalists for the Driscoll Award, gentlemen, please stand when your name is called to be recognized. Lauren Clark, Olathe Northwest, did a great job in his first year. The team improved to 8-4, winning rematches with Olathe rivals, South and West, meaningful games at the end of the season, advancing to the quarterfinals for the first time in school history. Brian DeLong from the Center Yellow Jackets, advancing to the Class 4 quarters in a one-loss season. Jesse Owen, Gardner Edgerton, a 6A finalist in his second year at Gardner Edgerton, playing that game until a second overtime. Jesse did not win the Simone Award his senior year, but he was the best two-way player, I thought, that year at Olathe North. Adam Wilmus, Blue Springs South, 7-4 his first year with the Jags. Before that, they were 0-10, 1-9, 4-27. The previous three seasons, he turned things around quickly. And the winner of the Chiefs Coach of the Year in high school football, from Center High School, Brian DeLong.
Well, that's a pretty cool helmet right there. I saw all the talent you guys had this year. Are you sure you had something to do with that?
Very little. Very, very little.
It was a heck of a season. What was the ride like this year for Center?
It was amazing. I mean, people at Center are very special, starting out with our kids, our administration. Both of those groups putting up with me is a lot of fun. They make us look smart in a hurry.
Best record since 2009. You've been there for a long time. What do you think was the biggest reason you guys were able to just kind of blow through the competition, get all the way to the quarterfinals this year?
Those kids, I mean, we don't make any tackles or score any touchdowns. We have 3 kids here today being honored and a bunch more back at Center High School that are very special young men.
Awesome. Brian DeLong, 2022, Eric Driscoll, Coach of the Year. Well done, sir.
I'd like all of the Chiefs ambassadors who are here today to come forward for our presentation of the Buck Buchanan Award. It's been a tough year for this group. We lost Ed Lothamer, Jimmy Lynch, Bobby Bell's wonderful wife, Pam, certainly part of our family, Walt Corey, and Hall of Fame quarterback, Super Bowl MVP, Lynn Dawson. Please make them feel special as they come forward for the presentation of the Buck Buchanan Award. The Buchanan is the second longest running award behind only the Simone and goes to the best big school lineman linebacker. Like Bobby Bell, 78, the Chiefs also retired his number, 86. The ambassadors will help us with our presentation today. Here are the finalists for the Buchanan. Guys, please stand when I say your name. If you want to go stomp, stomp, clap, Chloe, get them started. From North Kansas City, senior defensive lineman Edric Hill. His teammate, another D lineman, P.J. Adebawe. And senior offensive lineman from Lee Summit North, Caden Green. And the winner of the Buck Buchanan Award for the second straight year, Melvin Laster, Jr. from Liberty North.
Melvin Laster, linebacker, Liberty North. It's back-to-back years for the Junior Eagle, claiming the prize as the top lineman or linebacker in Kansas City's big classes. 83 tackles, including 14 for loss over 12 games for the city's top defense. Laster also claimed 4 sacks, forced 3 fumbles, and recovered 1 as Liberty North advanced to the Missouri Class 6 semifinals.
Are you sure you're still just a junior, right?
Yeah.
All right. We don't see a birth certificate or anything like that? Awesome stuff. What's it feel like to win it back-to-back years?
Feels amazing that they're noticing my effort with football and how much better I'm getting every year. So it's a great feeling.
The defenses, or rather the offenses, noticed you more on the field this year as well, yet you were able to replicate your statistics and take your game up to another level. What did you feel like you improved the most in your junior year?
Most definitely my leadership, because last year my leadership really wasn't there. I feel like this year I came out more and was more of a leader to the underclassmen and stuff. So yeah.
Coaches put you on offense yet? Got any plays over on the other side?
I mean, a couple. It was like probably 3 plays where I went in, but it was just a block. So
just a block, no touchdowns yet?
Nah, not yet.
Save that for senior year. Yes, anybody you'd like to thank, Melvin?
Most definitely. All the coaches bringing me up from second grade. All my coaches now, my parents, my dad, my mom, my sisters, and I wouldn't be here without them, so I appreciate them very much.
Melvin Laster, chance to three-peat with this award. He's still back for another year. Congratulations. You're Buck Buchanan Award winner.
Frank Fontana was a football and a basketball captain at St. Pius more than 30 years ago. In 1981, he led the Warriors to a state championship in football. In his memory, the Fontana Award is given to the most outstanding player in the small school classes. The Fontana Award is sponsored by Echo Select and the Pringer family. If the Fontana family members would please come forward and help with our presentation today. We also have a former winner, Benny Palmer, to be part of our presentation today. Time to recognize our finalists. Stomp, stomp, clap. Senior running back from St. Thomas Aquinas, Sean Carroll. Stay standing. Don't sit down. Senior quarterback Joseph Vick from Center High School. And a repeat finalist, senior quarterback Andrew Hedgecorth. And the winner of the Frank Fontana Award, presented by Echo Select, given to the most outstanding player in the small school category, senior quarterback Mac Armstrong from Bishop Miege.
Mac Armstrong, quarterback. Bishop Miege, the senior signal caller, threw for more than 3,800 yards with 39 touchdowns and over 73% completion accuracy on the year. The Stags averaged over 47 points during the playoffs as the Stags won their 7th title in 9 years.
Have a seat here. Matt Coppin said that he's the reason you won this award. Is that right?
Yeah, he's probably right, to be honest.
Yes, okay. I'd like to throw some dirt his way. But congratulations on a great year. So many yards, so many touchdown passes, but a 74% accuracy when it came to completions. What do you attribute that to?
My receivers, they win one-on-one matchups. The plays drawn up by Coach Holmes, you know, the offensive line gets time, and, yeah, everybody around me makes me better for sure.
What was it like to get Miege back on top this year?
It was awesome. I mean, we lost to Aquinas the first time. A lot of people probably counted us out, but yeah, it was awesome for sure.
Also won a state title in basketball last year, right? How are the Stags going to be this year?
Yeah, we're going back to back. We're going back to back. I'm saying it here now. Yes, sir.
There we go. Anybody you'd like to thank before we go?
I'd like to thank my parents for the sacrifice they made to help me go here. You know, it's a long drive to school, and I'd like to thank Isaiah. Got to thank Isaiah too. And, yeah.
Awesome. Mac Armstrong, 2022 Fontana Award winner. Well done, sir.
Our Lifetime Achievement Award is always special, and it goes to someone who coached here once upon a time. It was his first head coaching job at Park Hill High School. 25 years as a high school coach in the area. Wherever he landed, the results were always the same. He took Liberty North to the championship game last year, first time the school had been there. His Kearney teams won 119 games and 2 state titles. It was at Kearney where he took a college kid from William Jewell under his wing as a student teacher. That student teacher never forgot him. And when Dan Lanning got the head coaching job at the University of Oregon, our Lifetime Achievement Award winner finally let his body go where his mind had wandered so many times, and that was coaching in college. Now on the defensive staff at Oregon, bowl-bound, the Holiday versus North Carolina. Please welcome back our Lifetime Achievement Award winner, the Cajun Man, Greg Jones.
Congratulations. Did you ever put Melvin on offense?
He tried to get me to do that a lot, yeah, but, you know, he's pretty good on defense.
What's it been like for you making the transition over to Oregon up to the college level?
It's been an awakening. It's a little different at that level. But, you know, I said it for 25 years, some of the best athletes in the country sit right here in Kansas City, and there's a bunch of them right there for sure, all on that front row and back. So great coaches, great athletes here in this city.
You're recruiting now, aren't you?
No, that's illegal.
Good deal. When you look back on the Lifetime Achievement Award, but you got a lot of life left to go. When you look back on your career at a lot of stops in Kansas City, outside of Kansas City, what do you appreciate the most about it?
Well, obviously ran into a bunch of great people. I'd say the relationships, obviously, Park Hill School District, Dr. Kinslow, Coach Seller for giving me my first job ever. You know, I was 28, 29 years old when I was the head coach at this high school. So it's amazing how fast time flies.
Awesome. What's next for you? You stay in Oregon, all that stuff?
Fly back to Oregon, get ready for the bowl game. Practice starts Saturday, so let's go Ducks.
Yeah, that's how it works. Go Ducks. Congratulations, Greg. Good seeing you again, man.
We'll be back with more from the 40th Annual Thomas A. Simone Awards, exclusively on KSHB 41. It's the 40th Annual Thomas A. Simone Awards from Park Hill High School, exclusively on KSHB 41.
It's tougher to get current Chiefs players here since their schedules tend to be challenging, especially later in the season. But Chiefs linebacker Nick Bolton wanted to send this special messages.
All right, we're here with Nick Bolton of the Kansas City Chiefs, linebacker in his second year, but
Just a few years ago, you were in high school, Nick.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just 5 years ago, man. So time flies, man. But you learn a lot through high school football and just having that opportunity to compete. I'm originally from Texas, so we breathe football down there. So those life lessons and those friendships you make, man, it's truly special.
Are there things you learned in high school football that you still apply today in the big time, in the NFL?
Yeah, so in Texas, I grew up with a big school, so there was a lot of competition. You had to kind of work hard to make yourself a little bit different before you wanted to play. And so those life lessons, man, the grit, the challenges, just camaraderie with the teammates. Again, lifelong friendships. I got friends I talk to every single day from my high school team, and we went to state. We lost it one year, and the next year we kind of got out. The game right before state. So, again, it was tough, but it also life lessons and friendships you make.
So you were in a state championship game?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Where'd you play that at?
We played, that's the only year it was actually held in Houston. It was in Houston, Texas that year.
Okay, in Houston. When you think back of your memories of high school, is it the big games more, or is it like that camaraderie you talked about in the locker room, the bus rides, all that stuff, that those memories maybe come back first?
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, for me, it was the locker room. Locker room, for the fun you have in the locker room, and just how different it changes year to year. It's different guys in there. That you have you grew up with these guys. It's different than going to high school, going to college, going to the NFL. It's like different guys every year. To kind of locker room can turn around quick, but you actually grew up with these guys. You spent middle school, elementary school, so you know these guys, and it's just a different vibe you have with your friends that you grew up with, all working for the same goal and coming in early. We had to be at 6 o'clock some mornings to lifts and stuff like that, so it just make you love each other a little bit more.
Lastly here, would you give to these winners, these finalists, these all Simone Award team guys out in the audience there today, what advice would you give to them moving forward here?
Oh man, I just say cherish the time you have together. Once you leave for college and once you leave the coaches, you just kind of take those things for granted, and just taking those opportunities to be with your friends, still be close to your family and everything else, and just take advantage of those opportunities. Again, the locker room changes as you keep going up, and those friendships and those bonds, man, they're special. Again, just high school teammates you'll come 25 years ago, going to class reunions and everything, and those are the guys that your kids might grow up with and stuff like that. So I say cherish those for sure.
Sounds great. Nick, we appreciate the time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nick Bolton.
We'd also like to introduce the Simone finalists so they can be seen and recognized today. He was the anchor for the offensive line at Lee Summit North that saw the offense perform and produce more than 3,000 yards on the ground. Senior Caden Green is here this morning. He ran for more than 2,000 yards with 23 touchdowns. Sunflower League MVP, Shawnee Mission Northwest senior Malik Oatis. And a repeat finalist as a senior, 24 touchdowns, no interceptions. Liberty North quarterback Sam Van Dyne. And now time to get some more Park Hill love to the 40th Simone winner, like his big brother, headed to the University of Michigan. Number 40 from now on in the record books. Kendrick Bell takes his place in Simone history.
Kendrick Bell, quarterback. Park Hill, the Trojans QB threw for over 3,800 yards with 36 touchdowns in the air, plus another 700 on the ground to go with 7 rushing touchdowns as the senior led his team to the Class 6 district semifinals.
This is deja vu for me. Must be big time for you. How old were you when your brother won a few years ago?
7th grade, so I was probably like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah. What do you remember about that ceremony?
I just remember, I remember holding up the Otis Taylor because he got surprised as well, but then watching him win, it was really awesome just because, like, the environment was really good.
I think they're laughing. You probably weren't 15 in 7th grade, maybe like 13 or something like that.
I was 13. I don't know.
21-year-old Kendrick Bell here. No, hey, what's this scene like? Seeing all your classmates, teammates, got the band here, cheerleaders, everybody.
It's really a blessing. I thank God for this opportunity, and I lived through him. And like seeing all my classmates, and especially the football team over there, I mean, it's really awesome because they get to go through this with me.
Were there a couple surprises today? Would you find out, and then how'd you find out your brother was coming back to town? Because that's pretty big. You know the college schedule and everything like that. Huge game coming up. He was able to come back.
I just remember we were going to Big Biscuit, and then we're driving over to Liberty North. And then he turns around. I'm just like, where are we going? That's not how you get there. And he's like, we're going back to the hill. I was like, what? And then it was really awesome. Appreciate you, Coach Sims.
Yeah, well done there, Coach Sims. What did it mean to have your brother back?
It means a lot, especially because I get to watch him. Now he gets to watch me win it. It's also another really big blessing as well.
Speaking of brothers, you and your twin brother are both up for the Dorina Award, right? Have you thought about winning that one too?
I mean, it would be kind of cool, but I'm going to let him try to win.
Let him win that one?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
He's going to let you win that one, okay? He's going to let you win that. Hoops has already started, huh? You already moved on?
Yeah, we are. We just got done playing NKC. We lost that one by 7, though. But we got a game today, actually, at the Liberty North tournament against Pacer.
Early in the season, too. How much are you looking forward to Michigan, not just your own looking ahead to getting there, but also your brother playing for a national title?
I'm going to be watching for sure. I'm going to try to head up to that bowl game. But I can't wait to get up there, especially for me, just to go and play on a big stage.
So you got a lot of family here. Who's here? Who would you like to thank?
I like to thank my dad, my mama, my twin bro, Uncle Michael, little sis Layla. She's not very little, though. Aunt Di, she flew from Georgia, surprised me as well. Aunt Rachel, Lil Toy, my Aunt Katie, Coach Newbill, my grandma, Miss Smallridge, cousin Tammy, my cousin Wanye, Aunt Pookie, Coach B, Aunt Pookie, Mr. Mo, and his little kids, and Mrs. Mo as well. And I can't see everybody. Oh, Coach Felicia.
You named everybody in the gym. Well earned, Kendrick Bell, 2022 Simone Award winner. Nice job, man.